Israel's ambassador to the United States is warning about an Egyptian military buildup in the Sinai Peninsula. And Hezbollah threatens Israel over the continued IDF troop presence in Lebanon. Here to discuss these developments and more is Jewish News Syndicate Middle East correspondent Josh Hasten. Josh, it's good to have you with us. So first, what can you tell us about the Israeli ambassador's assertion about the Egyptian troop buildup in the Sinai? Is it true? And if so, why would Egypt be doing that in violation of the Camp David Accords?
Yeah, it's absolutely true. And this is a violation of those peace accords, which go back all the way to 1979. At this juncture, we're not exactly sure why the Egyptians are doing so. But Egypt, a country which borders Gaza and Israel, a country which did not let in many of those Gazans who could have been seeking refuge from the war in Gaza. Egypt also turning a blind eye for so many years to the Hamas smuggling tunnels. All of a sudden, they've established a military presence, several brigades down there in the Sinai. Number one, it seems like they're moving into an offensive position. Could they be perhaps trying to lead some sort of attack against Israel? That is our great concern right now. That's number one. Number two, could they be establishing positions there because of the Trump plan, thinking that perhaps, in fact, Gazans will try to flee towards Egypt? That could be a concern of the Egyptians. Now, they've been holding Gazans there, not letting them into Egypt. And all of a sudden, they're playing a role on an international stage, perhaps trying to keep them in Gaza against the Trump plan. They are trying to put together a plan of their own. They'd like to see the Gazans remain in Gaza, unwilling to help their fellow Arab Muslims, instead trying to hold them there as pawns against the state of Israel. So that it could be several of those factors playing in here, and that's the reason perhaps why you have a military buildup, again, in violation of the Israeli-Egyptian peace accords.
Well, the good journalist that you are, and I know from my own experience, I mean, you always look at timing of things. Trump makes the announcement about suggesting possibly moving the people of Gaza into the Sinai, and then this. I mean, was this a sudden buildup, or has it been going on for some time now?
So it's happened before. There have been different instances of it. And unfortunately, Israel has downplayed the significance of past attempts by Egypt to show a military presence. And all of a sudden, they have a new plan, if you will, completely the opposite of what President Trump says he wants to do. That is move the Gazans out of Gaza in order to rebuild, and then the United States would then take over. So all of a sudden, Egypt wants to get involved when they've been quiet for so long, ignoring the plight of the Gazans, ignoring what's going on in that part of the globe.
So is Egypt's plan for Gaza getting any traction? What's the response?
Well, it's a brand new plan right now. I just don't think it's feasible with the situation you have in Gaza. As President Trump has said time and time again, Gaza is in total ruins right now. You have those unexploded munitions right now. It's a very dangerous place to be. So do the Egyptians really want more people dying there, more kids dying with the unexploded munitions throughout there? Do you want people living in tents for years and years? The American administration has said it's going to take 5, 10, 15 years to rebuild Gaza. So you want the people actually staying there? So I don't think it's a realistic plan. I think that they're really trying to shirk from their responsibility, as they've been doing all along, and not give the Gazans a place to go, instead holding them there as pawns, as they've been doing against the state of Israel.